Hello everyone, it's Quest Quenchers here today, and I want to talk about Starfield DLC, what I want to see. And basically it's going to be along the lines of we need new mechanics within the game. We need ammo crafting for one, that needs to be added. Hopefully that'll be added in an update. I'd rather not see it as a DLC that we have to pay for. The last thing I want to see about DLC is adding, yeah, sort of like Fallout 76, where they put things in the atom shop that would be like quality of life things, but they make it like it's a it's DLC, so you have to pay for these quality of life things. I would strongly dislike that, so I hope they add sort of ammo crafting in a update. If they don't, I'll be pissed. But yeah, but like I think for like a proper DLC, like we can have bunch of range of vehicles. I mean, I say DLC, it'll have to be like a free DLC, I feel, because it should have been in the game to start off with. And I think like a free DLC of the vehicle packs and stuff, I think that'll be great. I think adding that new sort of, dynamic to the, the shipbuilding too, so you have like a vehicle bay you can put on your ship if you want to get around worlds easier. I think that'll be great. And I think that's one of the major things that are missing from Starfield is vehicles, and it still perplexes me that they didn't have that to begin with. So yeah, vehicles is a must-have DLC, a free DLC, because it should have been there in the game, as well as, you could pop in ammo crafting with that. And then like for a proper paid DLC, they need to expand the factions. I feel like once you've got like the free stock, not the free star, the UC wise, is fairly fleshed out. You can sort of do little missions for like Percival and stuff like that. You can even get like your companion on your ship and stuff. I can't remember her name, but that lady that assisted you with the terramorphs and stuff. I feel like that needs to just be slightly expanded, and then the Freestar Collective needs to be expanded. I feel like there needs to be a whole bunch of missions. It sort of ended when you just finished the quest. They're like, "Yep, you're a ranger now," and then they wouldn't talk to you. It's like, wait, what? Is that it? Okay, you're not gonna point me to a mission board, say, "Hey, can you inspect this? Hey, can you inspect that?" It was a relatively short faction quest, and I wasn't impressed with the Freestar Collective at all, even though it was... I felt like it was pushed quite a bit within the trailers and stuff, maybe. Like, oh yeah, this is your Wild West. Oh, it's, Starfield is like Red Dead, but in space, but then it's like... the Free Rangers barely got anything, so I'm like, okay, so... I mean, I've yet to like properly do all the missions in Aquila City and all that stuff, but like doing the main faction should feed me into those other missions maybe. But right now it's not well out, and that's another thing I've kind of noticing with the writing. It needs to be it feels like it needs to be changed up a little bit. But yeah, and then main story expansion. I want to see where the story can go after you've sort of completed the game. I haven't completed the game. I haven't reached spoilers and stuff. I'm not going to talk about spoilers, but I haven't reached the ending basically, and I just want to see how you can go into like what, where can we go? What kind of thing we can have? Kind of thing, and I do believe that they need to, find out who. I just like, is the big bad just the people that we've encountered like already in the main story, or is that it kind of thing? And it's very it's like what kind of like what is going on, but at the same time I want to see a main story expansion to like, what is the something more out there, what is the what else is it there? Is it just all these animals, aliens, and that's it? I want to see like technologically advanced. Well, I want to see the people who made the all these artifacts and stuff and meet them. And then I'd also, along with all that, there needs to be some major sort of weapons and armor, additions. as I've been playing through the game, I've felt like the game is missing sort of a. There is a lot of weapons, but I'd like to see more old Earth weapons. There's only like 2 I've encountered, whereas like the amount of weapons, there is actually there should be way more. So and I'd like to see more modifications for existing weapons too. I feel like it's fairly sparse. So yeah, that's kind of the the main sort of things for weapons. And for armors, I need to see way more. There needs to be way more clothing. There needs to be way more spacesuits. There needs to just be interesting things. Like I do think at the core of it, Starfield should have gone a little bit different. Because if you think about it, there's like during like the NASA missions and stuff, you would see the astronauts sort of attaching, arm cuffs, leg cuffs, and all that stuff, and it would all attach to the main sort of body. And I think they should have made the armor system a little bit different. They should have made it like, left arm, right arm, spacesuits, and then like torso, and then legs, maybe. And they would all, they should have used the layered system again within. It just seems a little bit of a step back. They should have had like, you're going to wear a UC left arm sort of thing, with all the armor plating you see. But you can have the main torso be the shock trooper sort of body armor kind of thing, and then your helmet would be separate. But having that sort of division in your spacesuit, so you can really change it up. I really think they should have gone that way more of what they actually did. Even it would have been making sure you don't have any seams and stuff, but at the same time, you would have sort of a it would be streamlined and be like, hey, it needs to be this way and it needs to attach this way. So there always needs to be like a circular cuff that attaches to the main torso. So it's like, yeah, you could just get that and make sure it aligns exactly, and and then you could just have whatever style of arm, left arm or torso or leg, kind of thing. And I feel like it's kind of unfortunate that they didn't do that, which is a shame, because it really it could have made your character more individual. Whereas I feel like every time I see a spacer on like a moon base or something, they're wearing like full on shock trooper armor, and I'm like, hey, that's what I'm wearing too. So I think having that kind of system, but then again, that's not a DLC they can possibly implement. That's probably for a future game thing to change that up. But I really think they kind of messed with that. And then, lastly, I've already touched upon it, advanced aliens. I want to see aliens. I want to see a sentient being come, visitors, be like, hey, you've discovered my artifacts. You've became similar to us. We can actually consider you something to interact with, and have a chat with us maybe, and be like, hey, we want to take all your resources. Hey, the Starborn need to fight back against these people. And maybe you can actually team up with different versions of yourself, as well as different versions of, other people. No, spoilers, by the way. But yeah, that's sort of the video that I've kind of, some thoughts I have on DLC. And I also, just to touch on the faction quests again, House Varun, they need a little bit more. I want to see their homeworld. I want to see the technology they have. I'm very interested because of Andrea and how she talks about the House Varun and their sort of culture and stuff. So I do want to see more with it, and I just feel like that needs to be there. I'm surprised they're not in the game already, but I do see that like there is many ways that they can add DLC and little details and stuff. So yeah, that's my sort of what I want to see with DLC, and hopefully they they pull it off and get it, get the good DLC sort of list to enhance what they have there already too. I do feel like there's a lot of changes that could be made to make the the game seem really cool. Like, the intro, for one, needs to be slightly changed, I feel. I've got a whole other video of, like, I feel like they should have done it this way in order to get off on the right foot. But yeah, that's a totally another story. But yeah, I will see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe. And what DLC do you want to see? Do let me know in the comments, because I'm only limited to what I'm thinking and what I see missing in the game. Whereas some other people would be like, hey, I just want this kind of thing. Oh, I want massive ships. I want fleet ships and stuff like that. Whereas I just want to see, some features added in free updates. I'll be very annoyed if it, free DLC, I'll be very annoyed if it's added in, paid DLC for the convenience. So yeah, that's the video. Please like and subscribe and comment. I'll see you in the next one. I'm pumping out as much as the Let's Plays as possible, because I'm really enjoying the game. I'm really enjoying playing it. I just, when you turn off your brain and play a game for a little bit, it's fun. But when I start to look at it critically, I can see a few issues with it. It's written-wise. Before it was mainly like the UI, but now I can see the way it's been written is a little bit janky, and it should have been made differently. Anyway, that's a video that's going to take months to make. So like a major critique of the game's writing. Art's subjective and stuff, and the writing, but I do feel like if you wanted to start off a new IP, new vast open world game, you needed to add a few things, I feel. So yeah, that's that's my thoughts. Right, see you in a bit. Goodbye.